It's Saturday, January 28th. I'm meteorologist Carly Gomez. We kicked off the day with morning lows at or below freezing point for some areas like Marysville, Santa Rosa, Ukiah, 33 in Oroville, seeing those mid 30s in Sacramento, as well as Fairfield, Stockton, Modesto around 36 degrees, as well as Auburn. Cold temperatures will continue for us at least for the start of the work week. And then we'll start to see temperatures at least getting back up near 40 degrees in the overnight lows. But let's take a look out there. We are seeing a high and a low pressure system right next to each other. They are going to cause increased winds for us as we start moving into tomorrow, Sunday. As we see strong winds, a wind advisory will be issued. We're going to look at this low starting to ease its way in as an inside slider into California, moving along areas around the Sierra and then impacting us from the east rather than seeing it come in from the west as we typically do with normal storm systems that kind of make their way off the Pacific. We're going to finally start seeing it digging into California here, actually making its way a little further west than anticipated. It continues to wobble in and out as it does, and it's really going to be a matter of fact of where the high pressure system, how much that low continues to dig a trough here over California in the next 24 hours. As it continues to shift its way toward the south and then eventually toward the east, we do see some of that rain coming off as it becomes really a closed low here into Southern California later on Sunday night into Monday morning. We are expecting to see quite a bit of that snowfall there, at least from 3 to 6 inches. Some areas a little bit more at the higher peaks, and then some lighter rain. This isn't a big rainmaker or snowmaker like we've been saying. Again, it's an inside slider, so it is at least limiting some of that moisture it tends to get off the Pacific as it comes in from the east. But we will see the strong winds associated with this system that could break some of those branches or anything that's been kind of laying around from earlier storm systems even may interrupt power as well Sunday into Monday. So that's a heads up for you as we expect to see that inside slider coming in from Sunday to Monday. It'll continue shifting its way toward the east. Meanwhile, a high pressure system will start to build in the middle of the work week. Here, this is where we're going to start to see some very cold morning lows. That'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and even into Thursday morning. We could see below freezing temperatures before this one. Way out to sea here, this little dip, that trough there, that's going to start approaching us as we get closer toward next weekend, which could mean we get some more rain headed our way. So we're going to be watching that system as well. Let's talk the weather ahead. That storm system that arrives Sunday morning will first begin to impact areas of the Sierra, the northern Sierra, and then eventually make its way into the valley as it continues to circulate overhead. It will create these strong winds, bringing us to a wind advisory in effect for tomorrow as well as Monday. Light rain and mountain snow is also expected. We'll see, again, only a few inches of snow, but it's really the cold temperatures and the lower snow level we're more concerned about. A winter weather advisory that'll be in effect from 4 a.m. on Sunday through 7 p.m. Sunday. So it's mostly a Sunday event, but notice that the snow levels will begin to drop off as we start to see them even as low as some spots 1,500 feet. Now, maybe a few flurries here and there, nothing to accumulate, but around 2,500 feet, we may even get about an inch of snow. Now, taking a look, there is a freeze warning in effect near the Bay Area. Temperatures will definitely dip below freezing point there. So if you have plans to head in that direction or even spend the night there, you're looking at a very cold morning on Sunday. All right, let's take a look at the winter storm from Sunday to Monday. About 4 to 6 inches expected around Donner, Echo, and Lassen. We can see a little bit more Carson, Emmett, 6 to 8 inches, and Sonora, 4 to 6. Now, if we end up seeing about 4 to 6 inches, especially at Donner, that would start to meet the 360 inches that we typically see in an average water year for the High Sierra by April 1st average mark. Of course, it's January 28th to 29th, and we could already see that 360 inches currently at 356 inches. Less than 4 to 6 inches. Again, I-5, if you're headed in that direction, we'll see less than an inch, so your travel shouldn't be too delayed. Make sure you're bringing chains, though, if you are headed toward the Sierra, or at least expect delays. All right, the wind advisory, that will be in effect for the High Sierra until 1 p.m. on Monday, and then it's really kicking up for most of us on Sunday morning. We're also looking at an area where there could be a quick flood warning just south of Ukiah there, based on some areas that are looking at higher rivers, as well as some areas that are already seeing flood-prone spots there. So any kind of rain that impacts that area, maybe near a burn scar as well, will be impacted. Otherwise, we're looking at mostly windy conditions. All right, let's take a look at those winds. 10 to 15 mile per hour winds as we look into the valley, picking up along the coastline there as it starts to circulate early in the morning, getting closer to our area. Winds begin to pick up for the High Sierra. Finally, getting to the middle of the day into Monday morning, we get very strong wind gusts. That's pushing into the coastal range and the high Sierra. We could see the wind gusts as high as 40 to 50 miles per hour, and in the valley could get as high as 20 to 30 miles per hour overnight from Sunday to Monday. So do prepare for that. If you have time, make sure any kind of limbs that may be kind of dangling off your tree or any kind of branches there, you're kind of securing them, making sure everything's brought inside. That includes outdoor patio, any kind of seating or any kind of tables out there. Make sure that's all being brought in or at least secured. All right, taking a look into Tuesday, you're finally starting to see things calm down early morning by about 10:30 a.m. All right, let's take a look at our FUTURECAST radar. You are looking at a lot of the clouds starting to roll in as well early Sunday morning. The first signs of some downpours come just north of Chico, with some areas of snowfall also on their way early Sunday. Again, winter weather advisory in effect at 4 a.m. on Sunday, lasting till 7 p.m. Sunday. More of that snow comes in right at peak time where people are trying to head up to the Sierra or maybe even head back down. We are looking a lot of snow. I would say if you have plans to head back on Sunday, leave very early before all of this arrives and you have travel delays. Also, more cars on the road could cause more delays as well. More of the wet weather really starting to concentrate around the foothill spots in the early morning. Meanwhile, the valley still kind of remains dry there. We're not expecting this to be a major system. If you do get rain in your neighborhood, you may even just see about 1/10 of an inch or less than that. You may even get some sunshine tomorrow, partly sunny skies. As we get into the afternoon hours, you start to see the pockets appearing here. So again, this isn't a big rain event, pretty light for the valley. Most of it a snow event as well as even foothill rain. Tuesday, Wednesday on, we're looking at mostly clear skies as well as very cold temperatures early morning. Again, I'm talking temperatures near freezing point, if not below that. All right, about 1/10 to maybe 1/4 inch if that rain does hit our certain areas. Again, it's a little bit pockety there, if that's really a word, but there's a lot of pockets in here where we may see rain, we may not see rain. So anticipate your neighborhood may not get any at all, or you may get a little bit. Let's talk temperatures for the foothills. You are looking at temperatures dropping significantly for your Sunday and Monday. You're seeing right here about mid 40s to upper 40s in Ione, 36 in Pollock Pines. Headed toward the Bay Area on Sunday, temperatures right around 50 degrees, a little chillier in the upper 40s. And the valley also looking at temperatures dropping off into those upper 40s. So still a chilly day ahead for daytime highs. And overnight lows are actually a little warmer as they actually get pretty close from the daytime high to the overnight low. The 10-day forecast showing our temperatures do get back into those 50s for the highs. But again, it's the overnight lows at 32 and 28 there that we're keeping an eye on, just how cold it gets. Fog and frost is expected for the beginning of the work week. Then as we get to next weekend, we do have a pretty good shot at seeing some more rain back into the forecast.